Hello.
Hello.
Yes, we're doing this again.
Yep, because Ben can't think of a game we were supposed to play despite a massive long list of possible games. And I bought him one recently, actually.
Is that you?
You know it was me.
Hmm.
How you fucking you do this shit? And just pretend to be ignorant of things that you know you haven't talked about.
It's connecting,
So,
authenticating.
so anyway, would you like a topic whilst you're struggling to get into the game?
Yeah.
Let's spend an hour talking about Star Trek Voyager.
Da, 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 da. Best theme tune of all of Star Trek.
I am very partial to the one for Enterprise, but it's a song rather than a theme,
I like
I
it
would
too.
say. And so, if I was talking non-song themes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Anyway, I am. I've been making a lot of progress in the watching. As we mentioned last time, I'm now started season 5,
Yeah.
um, which means I've watched what is that like uh, 3 lots of 25/26, and then I've watched. I can tell you, 95 episodes,
Hmm. It's a
which is
good
crazy
chunk.
to me. Um, So yes, I've watched 95 episodes. I'm over halfway through. Um, and I've got a few questions for you, Ben.
Yep.
First off, I don't know if you'll remember the episode very much, but why is it not standard practice for Starfleet to beam out babies?
Oh,
Do
um.
you remember this episode?
Well, vaguely. We did briefly
Okay.
talk about this before, I think. Um,
Not whilst we were recording.
no. This is the episode where there's two Voyagers and
Yes.
the kid. One of them gets fully destroyed, and the only survivors are Harry Kim and Naomi Wildman, and they join the other Voyager.
Yes.
And it never causes any long-lasting trauma to anybody.
Yes. I've actually made 3 notes. They're all about this episode. I mean, I've made 5 notes that I wrote down, but I'd stopped writing them because it'd been 2 weeks. Right. Um, the my first 3 notes are: why isn't beaming the standard for birth?
Yeah,
Also, everyone died. This
yeah,
has got to be a major mindfuck for Ensign Kim, and I called her Ensign Mommy, but I mean the mum,
yeah.
because like just Harry very briefly mentions it at the end. Right, he talks about how it's not really. It feels a bit weird,
Yeah.
but like that ensign that had the baby, it's not technically her baby.
Yeah, it sort of reminds me of the whole Jackie Tyler, Pete Tyler thing.
Yeah,
And I've always felt a bit sorry for their original spouses. For those of you that don't know, um, in the Doctor Who episode Doomsday, there's a parallel universe version of Pete Tyler, who is Rose Tyler's dad.
how rich.
Yes, very rich. How very? I don't care about that. Yeah.
Anyway,
Yes, and so his Jackie dies and her Pete dies, and they end up together, and it just sort of feels like
it does, doesn't it? Yeah,
it's a bit weird, you know.
it's a perfectly reasonable feeling to have about it. It's like it doesn't really feel right that they get back together just because they were once together.
Yeah,
It's not really them,
they're sort of
as
living
far
in
as they
a.
know them.
It's like an illusion of the person they had back again, and yeah, I guess it's just the sort of thing you try not to think about.
Mm. But yeah, it's kind of a head fuck, and
Yeah,
I mean the fact that you've said what you've said tells me that it doesn't come up again. I was kind of hoping it would.
I feel like it doesn't.
That's fair enough. Um, I want to talk about the first of the Q episodes,
Yes.
which I found to be more compelling than the Tuvix episode that came shortly after.
So the first of the Q episode, if I remember correctly, it's my favorite episode of Voyager. It's the one with the Q who wants to kill himself.
Yes,
Yes, and I love that episode, and it's kind of annoying because it's basically a TNG episode. Like that's exactly the sort of episode Next Generation would have done.
No, what you've got, what you need to understand is that it's just a Star Trek episode. It
Uh,
fits within the franchise.
yeah, but I mean, what I mean is each show sort of has its own identity. You know, and there are certain episodes that are more, a DS9 episode is sort of dark and deals with the horrors of war and the Dominion and shit like that. And original series episode is sort of not light but philosophical and grand and sort of the same for TNG. You know what I mean?
I think so.
There's a certain type of episode that just really fits with the show.
All
Um,
right. Well, I found that one more compelling than the Tuvik's episode. And I
it,
didn't have any issues with the Tuvik episodes. It wasn't as compelling as
yeah, I mean
Immortal Being Wants to Die.
that is my favorite episode of Voyage.
That's fair enough.
We get a Riker reference appearance.
We see him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I actually, it's worth mentioning. You asked me last video whilst we were recording the Formula One stuff if there's ever a time where I've seen a person I was like, oh my god, they're in this.
Yeah.
And there was another. I mentioned a Voyager episode
Yeah.
that had what's his name from
Year of Hell, and it's the dad from the 70s show. Yeah.
But there was another one, and it was they played Leonardo da Vinci,
Oh yeah, I remember this. It's Gimli,
John Rhys Davis,
John Rhys Davis.
and I was wrong. That wasn't. It was him that I looked up before his name came up to say, hang on, is that him?
You know,
And it was him.
I never knew this was open. The roof. Is it always open?
I suppose it must be. I hadn't noticed either.
Oh, I assumed it was. That's weird.
I never really looked.
Be a
Fair.
bitch when it rains. Okay.
Maybe it's a courtyard,
Mm.
and they've just erected a.
Well, yeah, but it's.
Well, it's an old palace, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but even so, it's like.
I mean, it still makes sense for it to be a courtyard.
Yeah.
So yeah, I found myself a little bit emotional at a particular episode.
Well, do you want to
Well,
talk?
more than one, to be fair.
You want to talk about Tuvix?
Well, it's not an awful lot to say. But
Well, I mean, it's like one of the most. Every time Kate Mulgrew does a con, she's always asked about the Tuvix episode. It comes up a surprising amount. It's like a really brutal thing for a captain to have done.
Yeah, she does seem a bit out of character in there.
I think that episode. I mean, it works better if Tuvix is shit.
Yeah,
know?
people like him.
Yeah, but if Tuvix is bad at he's bad at cooking and bad at like hosting and shit, and he's bad at doing the science stuff, but he's great.
Yeah.
And then you'd put them in the position where it's like we're in a survival situation. I need like my best fucking people here. I can't have this guy who doesn't really know what he's fucking doing.
Well, no, because that's why it works how it as well as it does is because this is someone who is a valuable, potentially maybe even better than the sum of the parts person.
Yeah.
That she's sacrificing, like having it. There's no moral dilemma if they're shit.
No, there is because she's still essentially killing a life. But
they're killing someone that no one has any vested interest in.
Well, there's a better reason to do it, isn't there? Oh shit! Here we go again.
I don't. I think it's fine as it is.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to try this again because I was really onto something. I heard the jam thing and I thought, well, that's the way to go. And indeed it is. Yeah, fuck it.
yeah, there was one that got me a bit emotional. That I can remember getting a bit emotional at.
Was it the salamander one?
No, that was fucking terrible. Like I'd heard what's happened. The thing is, I got about 2/3 of the way through that episode, and I was like, "Hang on a minute, is this the salamander one?" Because I haven't seen it, but I'd heard about how bad it is.
Everybody's heard about it. Like the episode of Next Generation where Beverly Crusher finds her grandmother's journal and falls in. It's like a Harlequin romance thing where she falls in love with a ghost, and it has the wonderful line. I read a particularly erotic. Last night, I fell asleep reading a particularly erotic passage in my grandmother's journal.
Jesus.
So I just want to check what I put as my top 10 episodes of Voyager.
Well, I can find that whilst you're doing this.
Do you want to find it? And because I've got it up on my phone, but it might be easier. I know what the first one is, or the number 10 spot is, and I know what the first one is.
Your number one spot was 1, wasn't it? Or 1 was on there for sure, because
What do you mean? What do you mean 1?
the episode called 1.
Is that the one where 7 and 9 goes fucking batshit?
Oh, that was 9th on your list.
Okay, I know 10 was Eye of the Needle, which is when they get a glimmer of hope of returning, and I sort of wish it's the one where they find a little wormhole and there's a Romulan on the other side, and they have to try and persuade him that they're legit and it's not some sort of con, and they find out it's in the past.
And he dies before.
Yeah, but I sort of wish they revisited that.
Yeah.
I sort of wish they had like an episode of Voyager where we followed the people back home. You know?
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah.
Like every
them lose hope.
Yeah, like the family support group or whatever. You know?
Yeah. And Mark's like, you know what? It's been long enough. I'm going to move on and marry someone else.
Janeway should have been a lesbian.
Well, there's still time. Oh, hang
on. There, I said it. There's a great.
Yeah, you've.
There's a great. Sorry, there's a great bit of acting from Kate Mulgrew in an episode where it's early on, and people are starting to pair off, and Chakotay sort of jokingly mentions that maybe that's something they should think about.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, I don't think Mark's given up on me just yet," and starts laughing. And it's such a great awkward laugh where it's like she's not entirely sure, and she's clearly concerned about it. You know?
Yeah, I'm just seeing. Oh, that's weird.
Well.
Oh, okay. No. Sorry, I'm just I'm having a look through this list while you're talking, and number 9 is the episode called 1, in which they go through the nebula, and it's only 7 and the Doctor that are around to deal with things, and she goes a bit crazy because of it.
Yeah.
Perfectly reasonable episode. I'd seen that episode before as well.
Yeah, I'm refreshing it. The Void is great.
Oh, you see, that's the thing, because I saw that title, and when I read the start of your description about it, and I was like, hang on a minute, I've literally watched that episode, and that wasn't season 7, because there's an episode called Night where they go through.
Yeah.
They internally refer to as the Void. So I was a bit confused by that, but yeah, that's fair enough. What?
Counterpoint.
Counterpoint. I've not seen that one yet.
That's Kate. That is Kate Mulgrew's favorite episode.
Not seen that.
That's a great one.
Not seen that.
You've not seen The Good Shepherd?
Not seen that. No, the last one I saw was Night. The good. It's literally season 5, episode 1. It's the last one I saw.
Have you seen Course? You haven't seen. Okay.
No, Think a Tenor, Doctor Spy. I've not seen yet, and Death Wish I have seen, which is the Q episode.
Yeah.
Most of.
You haven't seen yet.
Which is fine.
Yeah. You know? Well, Bride of Chaotica is
you
fun.
Mentioned Mortal Coil.
Which one's that?
The one where Neelix has the crisis of faith because he died and then came.
Oh yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was an entertaining look at things. But no, none of them were ones where I got emotional. It was the one that got me a little bit emotional was technically Basics Part 2. And you won't necessarily remember that one.
Is that the one where that's not? I know it's not, but is that the one where Tuvok is stranded on the planet with the kids?
No,
Okay.
no, it's not. But no, I mean that. Oh, that's rough. That's a rough ending. That
Yeah, where it turns out they're aging backwards. I like
in
that
the world of
episode.
Benjamin Buttons.
It reminds me there's an original series episode where Spock, McCoy, and a bunch of crewmen had crash land on a planet, and Spock is automatically in charge. And he fucks it up by being too logical and doesn't acknowledge the morale aspect of things.
Mm.
And it's like one of their guys dying is like we can't bury him, we can't take the risk of burying him because we'd have to go outside. And McCoy's like, we kind of need to do that because the guys need a lift. Oh.
Mm. Basics Part 2 is an episode where the vast majority of the crew have been stranded on a planet by the Kazon.
Oh yeah,
And the Doctor and their resident murderer,
yes.
and crewman Suda, as played by Brad Dourif.
I wish he'd been in more. That's like your Garrick character, you know.
He has to go killing again, basically, and I really liked the character work there. I don't want to have to do this, but I know I have to do this.
Yeah,
Killing for the good of the crew.
yeah,
The way that played off. I mean, obviously he's been typecast a little bit, hasn't he?
yeah. As the crazy guy, but he's fucking good at it.
He is, and that the moment where he died, he's gone in. He's fucking gone ape shit. He's managed to just about do what he did. I shed a tear. I won't deny it.
Mm.
So good work on that one, I would say.
There
What else did I watch?
There is an episode. It's like one of the last episodes where I got a bit sad.
Yeah. The False Prophets episode, I knew before the reveal, quite a bit before the reveal, that it was Ferengi.
Yes, that's a follow on from a TNG episode.
It is the price.
Yes.
And I mean, I thought that was an amusing episode.
Yeah. It's not my favourite Ferengi episode.
Just amusing.
Yeah.
I quite like the Ferengi from DS9. I like Quark and I like Rom. So it's
I like the Grand
live up to
Nagus and his funny laugh and all the cultural societal changes. That's a big thing for me in a Star Trek episode. Does this impact the wider society? Is the universe different after this episode culturally or politically? Like, it just go a long way for me.
I quite liked the episode. It's called Fair Trade, and it's the one where they reach. Neelix gets to a point where if he goes any further, he'd have been further than he's ever been away from home. And he helps out an old friend.
Yeah.
And it leads to him helping out an old friend just a bit too much.
Mm.
And like the ending of that, the sort of look, I did something that seemed really reasonable, and then just a little bit more, and before I knew it, I was well over my head.
Yeah.
And it's such a nice way of. It's something that we can all sort of relate to.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite on that scale, but it's such a relatable situation for Neelix to have been in that he just got out of hand.
Yeah.
And it made him obviously it's a fucking character in a TV show, right? But it made him feel so much more human, or so much more real than a lot of the other.
Neelix gets so much better after the Kes thing ends.
Yeah, he there's not an awful lot of reference to her, is there either?
No.
There's the episode Distant Origin, which I quite liked. I don't know if you remember that one.
No.
A reptilian scientist trying to prove his heretical theories kidnaps Chakotay and draws the entire crew in conflict between his race's doctrine and the startling truth about its origin.
Right.
So basically, Alien discovers that actually his entire species comes from Earth.
Yes, they're dinosaurs, aren't they?
Yeah, they're or the evolved descendants of dinosaurs, or they were connected to. And not necessarily because of the premise, but because of the character work again on that particular scientist. He's like, this is a man who he will fight tooth and nail for this until he realizes that it's going to get the Voyager crew effectively imprisoned and probably killed.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that'll make him give up his or denounce his faith. And it's like it's such the flip on that. Just oof.
We gotta go.
He's got a fucking shotgun.
Right. Now I'm just gonna leave these guys because he's gonna eat his poison jam.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know which one it is, and I ah, God, they're a worse shot than I am.
Oh, that's not true. That's impossible. But yeah, I liked that episode. I liked Nemesis. I don't know if you remember Nemesis.
Is that the planet? Oh shit!
Hang on, I'll let you concentrate on that because.
Is that the? That's not the Hell planet, is it?
No, that's Demon. That one.
Oh yeah, which one's Nemesis?
Nemesis is the one where Chakotay ends up getting indoctrinated to help fight in an alien war.
Right.
He thinks it's all real. He thinks it's been.
That one.
The key thing is that he ends up with one group of aliens, and the Voyager crew are communicating with a group of aliens, and we find out it's the other group.
That's really one of the things I remember having an issue with Voyager is that there's a lot of episodes I like, but that are done better by TNG episodes. Okay. So there's an episode of TNG which is sort of like that, and I can't remember what it's called, but basically the bridge is hit by a probe and wipes everybody's memories, and the audience notice that there's a new crewman on the bridge. Of course, the characters don't, and Worf assumes because he's got the strap thing that he must be the captain and takes charge, and Picard is like trying to play it cool, but the gist of it is that this is an alien race who wiped their memories and inserted one of their own in to get them to fight their war for them. There's like a massive space station that the guy is like, we've got to blow it up. They did this to us, and they do actually blow up a few ships. A bit awkward for him.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good TNG episodes. I would heartily recommend it. Now I've got to get out of this attic and hope this guy eats his jam.
We mentioned Mortal Coil. The Herodian. That was a bit crap, that one. Ah, yes. Not the last one I watched, but the one just before it.
Yeah.
Hope and Fear. Harris and Neelix return from a mission with a passenger called Arturis, who knows more than 4,000 languages. He manages to decode a message from Starfleet that could lead to a way home.
Right.
The reason that stuck with me is because it's basically everything that we talked about in terms of a Doctor Who villain.
Yeah.
In that this is someone who has been the victim of an action that they didn't even realise they'd made. Getting revenge.
Oh, right, yes. So this is okay. I can't remember the episode, but judging from what you're saying, the Voyager crew did something, and this guy who was impacted by it wants revenge.
Yeah. So what happened is when they helped the Borg defeat species 8472.
Yeah.
That meant that the Borg were no longer distracted by 8472 and were able to concentrate on assimilating his species.
Right.
Only a handful of them survived, and he wants revenge for that.
Yeah.
Which seems a perfectly reasonable thing to want revenge for.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
You know, I don't agree with the method, but because he warps them to towards Borg space.
Yeah.
And he ends up getting assimilated himself. Like that's the result is he gets assimilated and the Voyager crew get away.
Yeah.
But something about that tragic victim villain,
yes,
just works. And like I say, it's we talked about that in terms of our own Doctor Who villain, didn't we?
Yeah, we were sort of toying around. But what if we were writing a Doctor Who series, and our main villain would be somebody who was not even like a side character in an earlier episode, but there was an earlier episode where the Doctor did something and you pay no attention to it whatsoever because it's just a Doctor Who episode. And then
Yeah.
you have the villain revealed, and the consequences of what the Doctor did have spiraled and led to this guy or girl or other.
Yeah, it's individual.
This individual going fucking nuts.
And like I, that's something that stuck with me. But that's basically what that villain is.
Yeah. I really wish they'd done more with the species 487. What is it?
8472.
8472 thing. I sort of, when in my review I talked about how I like the idea that this is like an ongoing thing throughout. That's sort of your arc, that the Borg, species 8472, are fighting throughout, and it's like they're wandering around while these two giant gods are battling it out, and the impact of that and stuff like that. There's a really good series in Voyager, and that premise, a really good series, but the network and the executives just wanted another Voyager or TNG.
I'm enjoying.
Which holds it back.
There's a few duds, but I am enjoying it.
Yeah. Eat your fucking jam.
What was I gonna say? Can't remember now. But no, I'm making my way through. I should think by the end of this time next month I'll have finished. No doubt about it. Because I've been going to bed and watching. Yeah, it's looking long enough.
Yeah, eat his fucking jam.
I've been watching an episode before bed, and when I've got time, I watch an episode when I go up as well.
Yeah.
Now, so. There was another episode that was interesting. Living Witness. This is
that
Gillian... Go on.
I don't know whether this is right. It feels like this is a later episode and you're on. But is this the episode where the Doctor, his hologram is activated in the future?
It is that one, yeah.
And
that's season 4.
There's like a museum dedicated to Voyager which committed this horrible war crime. Yeah. And the Doctor has to set him straight, which is an interesting idea. And I do remember the episode.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. The whole he's defending people who are long dead at this point, and it doesn't really have any realistic impact on anything. But it's the sort of thing that it sort of makes sense, sort of happens at the same time, and that ending that. We see over the course of the episode, we see a holographic style simulation that one of the aliens has set up, and then at the end, it's revealed that is itself inside a simulation, being retold in a different museum, because that is itself a historical event, and just something about that just scratches an itch. Yeah.
I mean,
But no, I'd like to say I'm enjoying it.
I do remember that episode, and I sort of feel like it missed a trick by having everything. That hologram recreation was like exactly right in terms of how everything looked.
Yeah.
They could have changed it up a bit.
The biggest. Well, I mean, obviously, like I saw it. I started watching it. I thought, hang on, did I miss an episode? Because they were wearing different clothes. And I was thinking, hang on a minute. What have I missed? Did I fall asleep and I've skipped an episode or something?
Yeah.
But obviously not. You pillow.
Right, that's that problem solved.
So
it's a bit weird that we can start here, but they both know we're not meant to be here.
I mean, if you're doing the job, why would they necessarily notice? There's no reason to look at you.
I know, but surely it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know you.
It's silly.
So this comes to my actual topic question I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
What would you do with a holodeck?
I think you know, Jordan.
What, get laid?
I think you know, Jordan.
You would perform so much better. You'd play Hitman. That's what you'd do. No, you'd get laid and then you'd play Hitman.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's all you fucking do.
I
Want to
would.
get laid and want to play Hitman.
I would, but I would do it with you.
I don't want you to lay me or
I,
murder me.
I just have you watching and clapping along and going, "Go, Ben, go!"
Match my pace, Ben. Match my pace.
Uh,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
ruined it.
Yeah, well, that's what you get for involving me in your lurid sex acts. So
I
I'd do all sorts of dirty sex stuff as well. To be fair,
yeah, I'd be.
like the kind of sex stuff where it'd be like we have to set automatic shut off after so much time. Sort of dirty sex stuff. Because you wouldn't want anyone walking in.
Yeah.
In fact, the last episode I watched, was the introduction of Captain Proton.
Yes,
First time we see Captain Proton, which is something I knew of from the video game.
it's amazing that all the cultural references in Star Trek are from like pre 1950.
Well,
You know, nobody's referencing like Predator.
I know,
Or
but some of the aliens looked a bit Predator. To be fair, the
Picard's.
aliens, the non-human-looking aliens from that Nemesis episode looked a bit Predator. I thought
I suppose the Heronians.
Erogen.
Herogen. They're a bit
They
Predator.
yeah, they're theme-wise they're Predator.
You've got your classic militaristic race. I mean, one of the advantages of the formula for Voyager is if an alien race is particularly boring, they just move past them and out of their space,
Yeah.
which I
But
didn't
I was
mind.
surprised how quickly we moved past the Borg. To be honest with you,
Mm,
I was like, okay. I was expecting them to be a bigger issue throughout the course. I know it's not finished yet. I know the next episode there's got a Borg ship thing going on,
yeah,
and I know the Borg are involved in the ending as well.
yeah,
But I only know that from having played the second game,
yeah.
because the second Elite Force game starts with them getting back to Earth.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, yeah, Captain Proton. I quite liked the fact that they had when they walked, the Doctor walked into it, and he was in color, and they had to do the whole change, like make him black and white.
Yeah.
Something about that scratched an itch for me as well.
I think honestly, what I do with the holodeck is I'd like it if we both could use it, and then we could play together.
You'd use me as a distraction, wouldn't you?
For what?
So you could kill your people.
Well, what do you have such low view of me?
If we were playing Hitman in your holodeck style situation,
I would be hard as the Dickens.
I guarantee you would want to use me as a distraction so you can get the kill.
Maybe it would be helpful to have an extra person.
Yeah, it would. And what I'd want to do is I'd want to be on the on the laptop back at base or something, telling you, "Fuck, don't go that way. You fucked it up. You fucked it up. Get good, Ben."
You would be my Diana. Is that what you're
Yes,
saying?
only a lot less posh, only half as sexy, and I don't dance or look that good in a dress.
I think.
But I'd also be harsher. I feel like that didn't quite go to plan.
Shut up! It went fine.
I mean, it looked to me like you wanted to throw it at the other one.
It went fine. It was fine.
Am I right in thinking you wanted to throw it at the other one?
It's like gas cans.
It is considering.
Yes, I
That's
wanted to
weird,
throw
isn't
it. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's because I almost threw a wrench at him.
At least you know I'm paying attention.
Oh, I thought that guy was going to come in. Right, this has helped. I think.
I don't know.
Now, let's deal with this.
No, I'd definitely play some sort of dirty sex game.
I know you.
That's
Everybody. There's no point being coy and saying, "Oh no, I definitely wouldn't do any of that." We all would.
I would.
Let's just be honest. We all would.
Yeah, opportunity to basically sleep with anyone from
Yes,
any time
I
in
would.
any way.
Yes, it would be great. I wish I did have a hot. I'd probably just come home and spend all my time in it. There's an episode of
It's
Tia.
it's quite dubious consent, but I can look past that.
There's an episode of TNG where a minor character gets addicted to the holodeck.
Yeah, we have one where Ensign Kim falls in love with a holodeck program.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't a great episode. It's like it doesn't stand out to me as being one that's worth remembering.
See, I think
It's
that's.
only because of what you've said, but I remember it. You think that's what?
I think that's sort of fine, isn't it? Like, who
Oh
cares?
yeah, but no, it didn't stand out to me as something worth like rewatching.
Like, I'm sort of fine with those guys with the sex dolls who just have
Oh,
nothing
okay.
else but them. I just think, whatever. I don't know why people make such a fucking fuss out of it. Like, are you going to doom this person to loneliness? At least now they've got something.
Okay, hang on a minute. You know how you said you've made some big purchases recently?
Yes.
Okay. Which model did you go with?
No. I did see a documentary about them,
Oh,
and
of course you fucking did.
there was this guy who was like an incel type and lived with his parents, and he you have to send it off to be cleaned
Jesus.
and drained, you know.
Can't you just do it at home?
No, because it needs like special assistance, and the guy who was repairing it like took it apart and was like, "God, this guy really tore it up."
Fucking hell.
And there was a scene where the van arrived to bring it back to him, and he got it out and it was like, "God, I've missed you." And I was like, "Oh, I hope that van stays around because I think he's going to need to send it off in a couple of hours because he's
Jesus.
gonna go to hell on it again."
I don't think I could use something like that. Like physically, I could.
Their own.
Um,
Go on, sorry.
go on.
No,
No, you say your thing.
no, you finish.
I very much like the responsiveness of a partner when I'm doing that sort of thing. Quite a big important thing for me.
That was the wrong guy. Yeah, I absolutely understand that. But give it time, man. I mean, this shit's only going to get more sophisticated.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, that's one of the advantages of the holiday thing, right? Is that you can, you know, it's a responsive entity. It's not just a
yeah,
fucking
it doesn't
puppet
just
or
lie
something.
there with its mouth open
No,
like a
it's something that
sexy trout.
I mean, if that's what you wanted, you could make that happen. But obviously, you know, like I say, it's not what I enjoy in a sex partner. So bear that in mind, Ben. Krav Maga.
I'm sure that will resolve itself. Well, I killed one guy who wasn't the right man.
Honestly, I can't believe you fucked that up. I mean, they all just look the same to you, don't they?
But they do. We don't know what any of them look like.
I don't think you're meant to say that.
No, they do. They've all got their face masks bandaged up, and we don't know what this guy looks like.
Oh, you idiots.
I'm sorry.
What is it with you and just having people walk down the hallway?
Don't run. I'm fine. It's fine. Hey, come. Oh, fuck. No, it's fine. Don't worry. Everything's fine.
He's gone.
Okay.
There's more people, Ben.
Okay. Uh. Right. It doesn't help that we know nothing about this guy.
I suppose that is a bit of a. Maybe if you hadn't broke any on-site surveillance, you might have been.
Hmm. Shall we see if we can't find any records?
Yeah, I played the video game recently,
Yeah,
which I enjoyed.
yeah,
It's got a nice variety of aliens in it to
yeah,
deal with. It's got what I believe is a game specific alien.
yeah.
You have a run in with the Borg and Species 8472. You have a run in with a alternate. Is it the Terran Empire?
Yeah, that's the Mirror Universe Empire.
You have a sort of run in with them, some Klingon, some Hirogen, and some Malon, um, all working together.
Yeah,
You get, and then there's an original villain for it as well.
it's neat.
Oh, and you go to a planet. There's an episode in this one called Dreadnought, which has it's like a what how to describe it, like a giant weapon, basically a giant gun in space,
Yeah,
or a giant missile or something or other that Balana was involved in reprogramming.
yeah.
It's ended up in the
You mentioned
well,
that in our Star Trek review or Star Wars review.
I don't remember, but okay.
You did, I think. Was that the self-guiding missile? And you said the rebels should get some of that shit.
I don't remember having that conversation. But
Yeah.
okay. Um. So anyway, there's a dreadnought style ship on in the game as well that you you deal with that you use to fire at one of the big bad alien ships
Hmm.
just before my favorite level in the entire game.
All right.
Because that particular level, my favorite one, you're on Voyager,
Hmm.
uh, and aliens have invaded it. They've managed to latch on, drill a hole in the side, basically,
Oh no.
and they're trying to steal crew and items.
Hmm.
And they're like giant cockroaches,
Hmm.
so they're really easy to kill. But there's so fucking many of them, and you're clearing the ship, and it's just a fun episode. Sorry, such a fun level for me.
Oof. Right. There are only two-player Star Trek games.
Well, there's Star Trek Online, which is multiplayer, but like proper multiplayer. I think Armada might be multiplayer, but it's quite old.
Mm.
There's, I think there might be one where you are multiple people running a bridge.
Mm.
Multiplayer Star Trek game. I need a good Star Trek video game that's multiplayer. That's a Reddit conversation from 6 years ago.
Mm.
There's a list of Star Trek games from Wikipedia as well. So, I mean, there's a multiplayer shooter bit for Elite Force, but that you wouldn't want to do whatchamacallit, would you? You wouldn't want to just do death matches.
No.
Okay, Bridge Crew is a thing.
Mm.
Let me have a look. This seemed right. No, we don't want a bloody computer. I've got Star Trek Voyager, the arcade game.
Oh.
Where's Bridge? No, that's a single player. Bridge Crew. That's from 2017. I feel like that's the one I'm thinking of.
Mm.
Oh no, it's a virtual reality thing. Never mind. And it's set in the 2009 film. There's one where you're running a. Oh. feel like that's one where you're running a bridge together or a spaceship together.
I think I've seen that. I think it's in VR.
Well, yeah, but it's not what I was thinking of. Yeah, Bridge Commander exists without single player.
Hmm.
I lost that. Where was it? Short answer, probably not. Star Trek Infinite. What's that thing I keep hearing about? 4X strategy game. Take control of one of 4 civilizations.
Good work, 47. That will give us something to look for. Let me see what I can pull out of
No longer getting updated. Got a ship designer.
Oh, come on, die.
It appears that the target is receiving autoplastic surgery. Look for a patient with bandaged ears.
That helps. Do you have a favourite episode thus far?
Oh, I don't know.
Are there any episodes that you hate?
Yeah, let me just scroll through to find which one it was. Because there's a few that I didn't. I was really not that keen on.
We had the one where Chakotay, is it Virginia Madsen? He falls in love with an alien whose species are notoriously secretive.
Yes, that was one of the last. Like it was the handful of episodes I watched yesterday.
Yeah, I that's sort of one.
Unforgettable.
Yeah.
Episode 22 from.
That's sort of my go-to for the argument that it's just TNG like, because that's a Riker episode.
Do you know who directed that episode?
Oh, God, I don't know. Probably a Star Trek cast member.
Andrew Robinson.
Yeah, old Garrick.
Yeah.
Who's fucking great. I fucking love DS9 when it gets good. There's nothing but.
We didn't talk about retrospect. After experiencing unsettling hallucinations, 7 of 9 is hypnotised by a doctor whose analysis reveals a trader may have extracted ball technology from 7 without her consent. Now, we did sort of touch on it, I think, the other day when we were doing about Star Wars.
Is that the very special rape episode?
Yeah, basically. Where they sort of fall on the wrong side of things a little bit, but sort of not. It's complicated because they all feel guilty for this guy dying because they pursued a seemingly legitimate investigation.
Yeah.
But I understand why there's feelings of guilt, but at the same time, it's sort of it's not. It's complicated, isn't it?
See, sometimes I do shit like this really well, and sometimes I don't. Like, there's an episode of TNG where Troy gets pregnant, and there's all sorts of talk like you've got to get rid of it. Like, well, like matter of fact, okay, we can do this surgery and get rid of it. And Troy's like, you're talking about this while I'm in the room, and you're not really consulting me. And it's basically a very special episode about abortion.
Yeah, it is one I didn't like. Revulsion. A hologram contacts Voyage, and the Doctor is excited to meet another hologram.
Is that Andy Dick?
No, because I sort of liked that one.
Yeah, I like that. I don't mind that. Yeah, he mentions the Dominion War, and they're like, "What? What's the Dominion War?"
It's nice to see. Yeah, it's just a silly little past present sort of intermingling, isn't it? And this being EMH Mark II and all that kind of thing. And there's a comedy element to that, isn't there?
Yeah.
Which sort of works because it's absurd.
So what's Revulsion?
Revulsion is the one where it's a hologram that has started killing the crew members.
Right.
And it's the only crew member left, and it's disgusted by organic entities. It goes into a little rant to Balana about it, and the Doctor and Balana have to kill it.
I got him.
Perfect. Well done. You weren't even watching, mate. Why is he? fucking shooting at you. Turns out this Star Trek Bridge Crew you can play in non-VR.
All right.
Star Trek Bridge Crew, playable in both VR and non-VR, will immerse you in the Star Trek universe. In co-op, form a crew of 4 players to serve in the roles of captain, helm, tactical, or engineer. Make strategic decisions and coordinate actions with your crew. The only downside is it does have a single player option, so I should assume it means that it's online co-op. I don't know if that means that you have to play with 4 people or if you can do it with 2. But also, you need a Uplay account, and it's the Star Trek 2009 universe.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's a bit of a downer, isn't it?
Yeah. The Kelvin timeline, I think they call that.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
2 stars. Well done.
I think unless you wanted to play Star Trek Online, no, I don't think there would be. And Star Trek Online's fine, but it gets boring quick. I thought it's free though,
Hey.
so it's not like that Star Trek Bridge Crew game's 21 quid.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
This
This is this sort of we're hunting a serial killer who grades their victims, and I sort of think I hate that trope where serial killers are like really artistic. Can't it just be a guy who strangles people?
well, no, it's not allowed to be.
So now we've got to fucking do the policeman's job, which means he'll never be fucking discovered. Because
Isn't it?
yeah.
The Escapists described Star Trek Online as the best way to boldly go to the final frontier.
Oh, that's a name.
Hmm.
And then I guess we'll bring. What do you think?
Take the big one.
The big one. What's the big one?
It's a firework explosive. I saw it a minute ago. Maybe it's just a distraction.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, it's just a distraction. Never mind. In Star Trek Online, customize your captain and enjoy your very own Star Trek episode with over 160 episodes through multiple story arcs, featuring content in both space and ground. Explore strange new worlds in this ever-expanding, completely free-to-play online universe. Experience a AAA MMO game for free. Play from level 1 to 65 free of charge. You are the captain. Partake in epic space battles and lead away teams across unknown worlds, interacting with allies and battling enemies. Fight for the Federation, Romulan Republic, Klingon Defense Force, or Jem'Hadar, each with vastly different ships.
You know, I think we have talked about perhaps doing an online MMO thing before.
I think we have, but it would have to be the right one.
Yeah.
And that's where it gets complicated. I have played Star Trek Online before. Some of the people that I used to... Haggis! Actually, funny enough. I used to play with him way back when. Before it was on Steam. Because I've only played about 4.5 hours on Steam. But I've played a fucking ton of it, I'm sure. But it was years and years ago. So... I don't know, it's worth considering. I might get an episode in before I get it.
Okay, I don't know where those 2 people are, but I reckon he's in here.
This might be the place, 47. A guard
She thinks so too.
ideal location was sent to identify his next victim. Ironically, this is exactly what you should do as well.
If you pass gas consistently for 6 years and 9 months, enough gas will be produced to create the energy of an atomic bomb. It's a pretty long time.
Hey there! Let me just
There's a lot more talking in this than in the usual. All
That
we
sounds suspicious.
got to do is find some guy who's talking all creepy.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. So we're not going to question the random bald guy with a tattoo on the back of his head. But
Well, I guess they just assume I'm new to the area, apart from that bitch who owns the place who thinks I'm weird for some reason.
the shoes for killer. It was weird that it's for Klingon Defense Force, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not a very Klingon idea, is it? Fence.
Hmm.
Oh, I've got a lovely busy weekend now.
You off tomorrow then?
No, I'm still working.
Alright.
Some of us don't have. Some of us work 5 days a week, but tomorrow should be a nice, easy day.
Good.
So it should be. I've probably got about a half day's worth of work to do. So I'll take my time, not stress out.
Hmm.
All will be well. But I am childless tomorrow night. Which means that me and my partner are going out for dinner.
Lovely.
To a place just nearby, so it's nowhere fancy.
I
But
do have to be annoying because I can't hear what they're saying and there's no subtitles.
there were subtitles a second ago.
There weren't. They're not now, unfortunately.
Set off a bomb, kill them all.
No. Hmm. That bitch is.
There's got to be some other clue for this other than just listening to them.
Well, we know that. Well,
Hang on,
what?
turn around. Him at the fridge.
What about him?
They always plan for the future. They really should. It literally said it, and it had the subtitles for it.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of conclusive.
There you go. I found your person. Well, there you go. You found your killer. Well, I found your killer, really.
Hmm. Hmm.
So anyway, I've got me and my partner out for dinner tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just tapas and a few drinks. Saturday, obviously, we're recording. Saturday night, there's a short race.
Yeah.
Sunday morning, there's a long race.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sunday daytime, hanging out with me boy.
So I was your boy.
No.
Oh.
Good as some pleb that I'm connected to. You've lost him. Maybe you lost him. Can you not shimmy up the drain pipe around the corner? Hmm.
Did you hear that?
I don't know if you'll be able to get on the roof there, but if it goes up high enough, maybe.
Right, we might have hit a snag.
Go on.
Did you see what they were saying?
Yeah.
They've got a guy in there working undercover.
I mean, I reckon you take the shot, and if it ain't him, you can replan it. He seemed a bit too creepy to be an undercover person.
I don't know. You know what cops are like.
It's the stuff he said by himself
Hmm.
that include me into it. It's not the stuff he was saying to other people.
That's not him, is
don't-
it?
No,
You sure?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, they did say that they had a photograph of him leaving the crime scene, so it wouldn't hurt for you to try and find that photo, surely. Well, I probably wouldn't climb the. Yeah.
Right. Not you, wrong gun.
Keep doing that.
Look, I'm not great at killing.
You're great at any of this.
You know, if I didn't, you hurt me.
Good, that's the point.
Where are the pigs at?
Him, he's the killer.
Okay.
You know those things will. Yeah, I know. The thing is, I tried to stop.
Okie dokie. Well, if you think that guy's a killer,
He's being really, creepy talking to this smoker bloke
yeah,
as well, evaluating as if they're going to be the sort of person that is.
that the guy.
Yeah.
That was an A+, would you say? The money is being transferred.
Hold on.
See,
Now to
fucking, I could be doing that job.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to drop the gun.
Okay. I guess there's just a gun in this attic now.
Well, it's the last place anyone thinks to look.
Yeah. Ah!
Maybe not the last place anyone would think to look. Although, in fairness, you did spend a lot of time leaving that building.
Okay. Oh shit! I literally can't. Now that I've killed him, I've got to see it through, or I'm.
I mean, just leave. What are you doing running into the fucking back garden?
I was
for?
gonna run into a fight whichever way I went. Well, I was.
Well,
I don't know why you're acting like there was nobody in the street.
I just think it's a bit stupid running into a back garden when you don't. The exit ain't that way.
Well, we'll have to revisit that one.
All that investigation work I did for you down the fucking drain because you
Here we
can't do a
go.
shootout
Fucking Bergerac
because you
over
couldn't
here.
get a fucking move on.
Uh,
Here's the subject of an international manhunt following his involvement in a multiple homicide 3
Honest.
years ago. He fled prosecution but continues to release records and maintains an extensive financial empire that has only been bolstered by the controversy. We have learned that he will be hosting a private party somewhere in the palace grounds. This is the first opportunity to engage in over 3 years, so we must act immediately. Locating this party and bypassing security to reach the target.
I don't know why she's letting you do this job. You just got yourself killed.
well, mercifully, Diana is not a bitch, unlike you, who is a bitch.
Look, if it were up to me, you'd be dead. Yeah.
Wait, I am dead.
Well,
I actually have a feeling you can make it so that you're his next victim and he'll take you somewhere and then you can get alone, I think. I don't know how true that is. It seems like something you would be able to do.
it seems like it should be.
Yeah. Right. Let's see if we can do it. Hmm.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a techie guy.
What?
This guy's a techie guy.
Well, he's a music guy.
Oh, I got the impression he was a techie guy.
He's a music singer who killed some people.
Media
He
sensation.
killed some people. Yeah, he's a dick,
Ah.
and he's an outlaw.
Nah, okay. Well, kidding, man. Hang on. Stop. Turn around. Forward and to the left.
There's that guy with the mullet, Kingsley something.
Okay, stop. Oh, okay. They were talking about the guy you were trying to kill, by the sound of it.
All right.
The thing is, you got to find these people.
Mm.
You need every bloody clue you can get.
Mm. Well, I know what he looks like, which is
You knew what the bloke in the vineyard looked like.
oh, yeah, that was a fucking nightmare.
So.
Right, he's wearing a hoodie and he looks a bit like a Native American guy.
Does he? Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh.
That is Victor Novikov.
Mm.
I swear that's like half the comments on the fucking subreddit.
Yeah.
Well, they were when I last went there.
Mm. Sorry.
Keep off the grass. Jesus. I don't think they're gonna let you through there. With your screwdriver.
You know you're embarrassing yourself right now. Just be.
Mhm.
It's funny that you'd gone fucking ages ago, and he was still talking shit to you.
Mm. Well, they're like that, aren't they? Big security types.
Well, full of hot air.
Yeah, they're like that because they think they're bloody hard.
Well, I'll tell you who's hard.
Is it you?
No, it's not me.
Who is it?
That is Victor Novikov.
Yeah. If I was a dickhead, where would I be?
Near the canapes.
Hmm.
I mean, it's true.
Hmm. I do well. See, I don't. I just eat all the canapes.
You know what you don't get these days at social functions, professional or private.
Um. Somebody's pager going off at an inopportune moment.
It's a food thing. I believe it's meant to be French.
Foie gras.
No, the sort of thing that you would you might have at home rather than fucking going out to get it.
I don't know.
Any idea?
No.
Vol-au-vents.
What's a bolabon?
How do you not know what vol-au-vent is?
I didn't know what an adjective was. Give me some fucking.
That's fine. I'll give you that. It's a bit more niche than adjective,
Mm.
which I won't lay into you again.
Mm.
So I've already done that. And if you want to catch that viewer, well, why not check out the last Hitman video we did? Specifically, you'll want the vineyard level that we talked
Yeah.
about. That's because we spent about a third of the time on that level. No, a vol-au-vent is like it's sort of like a puff pastry cup
Right.
that you put a filling inside,
Right.
like inside the cup bit.
Right.
And they're really quite tasty. It's been
Right.
ages since I've had one.
I want me lockpick. Okay, let's give
It's just
this
not something you see.
one a try.
Good afternoon, 47. Welcome to Paris.
Thank you.
The target arrived by limousine an hour ago and is somewhere on the palace grounds. Good hunting.
A vol-au-vent, which is French for windblown, is a small hollow case of puff pastry.
All right. I do like a vol-au-vent based on that description.
Yeah, I mean they're tasty. It's like they're nice.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't look over the advertising for those ones.
Hey, you! What are you doing wandering around where you're not allowed?
Oh, now that's taking me back. Oh, sweet ones. Yeah, something we always used to have when we have parties.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when I was a kid.
Yeah.
It's the sort of thing that makes you feel posh, like a Viennetta used to.
Oh, I
Do you
like.
know-
I like.
those-
I like a Viennetta.
Do you remember back in the day when it was sort of a bit posh to have a
Oh,
Viennetta?
it was when it were a bit posh to have a Viennetta, wasn't it? Yeah.
I feel like you're taking the piss.
No, I'm not. It
you
was.
sound like you're taking the piss.
I'm not. I'm just reminiscing.
Okay.
It were a bit.
Work on your tone.
All right.
But yeah, vol-au-vents were a bit like that.
Yeah.
It's not really that posh, but it sort of feels a bit posh.
It's posh if you're not posh,
Yeah, I suppose so.
and it's the sort of thing rich people probably look down on because it's common.
Yeah.
Awfully common.
Just like shares in BA.
Yeah. Or shares
Oh,
in
that's a point.
anything. You should inherit
That's a
your
point.
money.
We were talking the other day. Sorry, I say the other day. We were talking when we were recording earlier about the votes that I've done as a shareholder.
Yeah.
And then when we took our break, in between videos, I got another email through saying that there's another vote for me to do.
Oh God.
So different company, but it must be the time of year for it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably quarterly reviews or something. I don't fucking know.
Well, a lot of this looks to be like this is our decision for this financial year. I suppose that sort of makes sense because I know over here it's April, isn't it? And
Mm.
in the States it's tax season, I think. But I don't know.
Mm. Do you see him?
No, but I've leaned back. Let me lean in again. I totally misheard that. Subdue as seduce.
It's not the bloody Sims.
Seduce, not woo woo.
Woo woo.
Woo woo. I don't think he's going to be out here. Or is that a pirate over there? Oh no, it's just wearing sunglasses. Looks like an eye patch.
Oh come on, that was not fair. I was blended in.
Oh my god, where did that bold waiter go? He's got an unobscured line of sight to you.
He's not out here because there's no white outlines around most people. It's the only one who's got one. Right.
Who's that mate over there? No, that's not a hoodie, is it?
Table 7 are short on beer nuts. Get cracking.
Oh, calm down, mate.
I should punch him.
I thought you were gonna.
No, there were people there.
No point doing it if there's no audience.
Why the fuck are we doing this then?
Because I am your audience.
Yeah.
Hey, waiter.
All right, I'll keep my. Stay clear, son. I think there's someone ordering a gazpacho or something.
Bit rude, isn't it?
Yeah, so they talk down to the lower orders.
Yeah. Bastards. That's what they are, all bastards.
Hmm.
Not even big bastards, just petty bastards.
Maybe he's in here.
Watching the show.
Yeah.
Is there a DJ?
No,
Well, someone's got to be doing the music.
there is a music setup, but it's all like radio shit.
Well, let's just say if it were me and I was doing that job, I'd have a DJ.
Still no answer.
Hmm.
Have you checked near the helicopter?
No, I'll pop over now.
You're fine to walk there.
Oh yeah, I am. Shit.
Don't walk on the grass. What's that on the right? Is that no. Turn around.
The gray. Okay, now.
Keep there you go. The right there, where you can see on the right. That big stone thing. What's that? Oh, for fuck's sake! The stone structure on the other side of that fucking wall.
Oh, that's like a gazebo thing.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that. Have you checked near there? I don't think you did you?
No, there's a meeting
Between who?
between Novikov and the little fat Russian guy he wants to get information from.
You never know.
That's very promising.
Is that a hoodie? Is that a Native American in a hoodie near the table? Behind the woman that's got her hair up? I just saw them walk there.
Yes, it is.
I say he's that Native American, just for the sake of getting your attention.
Right, we know where he is. Right, let's get a suitable disguise.
What would be a suitable disguise? His? No.
It's worth a shot.
He's crew. He's crew, isn't he?
Okay, he's not going to be allowed in there. You need like a bodyguard disguise, I guess. Hmm. I wonder.
What do you wonder? If there's going to be a line of shot, a line of sight from the building upstairs,
Yeah,
so you can snipe him again.
yeah.
You mean you're sniping?
It's a good way to do it. But
You moan at me
honestly,
when I say just do it like that.
I'm not so sure it will be.
No, I don't think it'll work because of
No.
the angle. Like that bit of building is quite.
And that's where she's having the meeting, and there's the guard like right outside. So probably not. Okay, then we'll do it the old-fashioned way.
So you in the old-fashioned way.
Yeah,
You'll get someone killed one of these days.
that's the plan. Hey, how you doing? Right. It's probably the map I played the most of. It's just
Really?
it's just a really good first opening level map, isn't it?
If you exclude the tutorial.
Yeah. Right, I'm coming back for those. Remind me.
I will do no such thing. Bless you.
Thank you.
You will be frisked if you want to come through here, sir.
Touch me, touch me.
Are you carrying anything that could be seen as a potential danger?
What, like this screwdriver
I've got a pretty
in
big
my pocket?
weapon in my pants.
Please proceed.
That is a screwdriver.
I mean, that's literally a stabbing weapon on a waiter. Why are they not questioning?
I'm not a waiter. I am auction staff. Thank you.
Oh, you looked like a waiter before. I didn't realise you'd changed your clothes.
Yeah, well.
I don't know, all this effort you go through just so you can.
So I can seamlessly blend in.
Yeah.
He looks like Hitler.
I'm not so sure he does.
With a screwdriver in his face, look like a little mustache. Right. Now.
Downstairs, past the people that recognise that you're not one of them. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Okay, that's a hitch.
You know you've played this level so much.
Shut up.
Do you understand why I'm you know.
Shut up.
No, but you understand why.
Shut up. Yes. Yes, of course I do.
Okay.
Right. Hey, how you going?
Something back. Is that a normal gun or is that a sniper? Oh, it looks like the same as yours. Never mind.
Okay.
Well, this is a drain pipe there. You can shimmy down a little bit. How far down will I let you go?
All the way, baby cakes.
Yes.
So. So we go up these stairs. Through here. Pick me stuff up.
You know, honestly, you'd not have a terrible angle from this place.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it's worse.
Well,
actually.
it's better if I go upstairs. There's just the one security guard, but honestly, I think I'd need to figure out who it was, and it's just maybe easier if I get up close.
Yeah, probably.
Right.
At least if this security guard the outfit lets you in the garden, you can wander around a little bit, can't you?
Yeah.
Line up for kill, as it were.
Yeah. Got me closer. Close enough to figure out what the next step is. Was it left or
Sure, it's a
right?
good job.
It was over here, wasn't
That's
it?
right. Yeah, it's basically it's that direction. Oh, wait, hang on, stop. Where's the helicopter? Yeah, no, it's on the other side of that fence, that wall, yeah. It's a good job you were directed to check out this area. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. There he is. There's our boy.
Hey, what are you auditioning for an 80s music video?
No, just pooping. Oh.
And usually chatty. There's a lot of people here, isn't there?
There is. I don't even know what they're doing. Is that a music video thing or?
Well, 80s music video.
Well, there he is, but I don't think I can get off a shot. I got him.
Quick acting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hello there.
You need to go somewhere else and puke.
I'll come with you and rub your back. Although I'll
Not
walk
too close, though.
round this way.
Honestly. Why he's going over there when he could just go into the building?
I hope he's
I
not
don't bloody know.
walking to a bush.
I mean, he could just walk to a bush. Makes it easier for you to hide him.
He's going to that bin.
Oh, that's unfortunate for you. How long do they stay there normally?
A little while.
Is the barge an escape point?
No. Hmm.
Just because if it was, you could just throw some at him and head down the barge, couldn't you? But
Hmm.
not far from a speedboat, though.
Yeah. I didn't need the keys.
Yeah,
Get to the helicopter.
that's true.
Hey, you okay? You need help. Now go and find it.
Rude. You're gonna get spotted.
Hmm.
Oh, well, he's fine now.
Um. Well.
Well, that worked.
Gotta hurl. Watch out! About this view.
That bloke's coming back, I think.
Hmm.
He's about to spot that bloody body, isn't he?
Okay. Well. All right. Consider yourself dicked with, buddy.
You're right.
Ah! No, 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 not again, not again, not again. Yeah.
God, all those poor people have just got flashbang.
Fuck, 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 fuck.
All those rich people have got flashbang, I should say. I think you're gonna die.
No, I'm not. Fuck. Go, 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 go. Come on, so close, so close. Come on, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Oh,
You're lucky they can't shoot for shit.
oh, that was textbook.
Textbook how not to. How
how
not to? How not to do a murder? Like, then.
how long have we been going?
I feel like it's about time.
Yeah, okay.
But
Well,
I don't know. Without checking.
let me check. No, yeah, okay, it's been time. Right. Well, we will pick this up next time where we're killing this guy. I look forward to that taking fucking ages. Although we'll probably go back to the
Yeah.
Phantoms and do those, but we'll see.
Well, at least we know what the bad guy looks like in that one.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Anyway, thanks for joining us. And I'm sorry I'm bad at this game, but we're doing all right.
He's so fucking bad at it.
Bye.